What's up guys, welcome back to Let's Play Deus Ex 3. So now we've completed our first mission basically, and we're going to be airlifted back to Seraph Industries. Now notice I'm referring to this as Deus Ex 3, which it is the third game in the series, although it is a prequel. And the number 3 is nowhere on the title of this game, but I just figured it'd be quicker to refer to it as Deus Ex 3 than Deus Ex Human Revolution. But I mean, there's a lot of series where the third entry is a prequel. They did it with Dragon Warrior, they did it with Devil May Cry, they did it with Underworld.
Thanks for the lift.
No problem.
But then again,
And,
Underworld did not have 3 in the title. Anyway,
new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat
this
at all.
episode is mainly going to be all dialogue,
How's it feel?
but there is a handful of important things we're going to do in this part, which mainly includes getting 2 more Hugh Darrow ebooks that are in the Seraph Industries building, and I wanted to get them early so I didn't forget about them later in the game. We can come back and get them at any point in the game, but I wanted to get them now, so that's why I went ahead and invested in level 2 hacking, so I could hack into the offices that contain them.
Come in handy back there. But like you said, I didn't choose to get augmented.
So it'll take some getting used to. I get it. But don't be surprised if the boss keeps pushing you to get more.
I honestly like Malik's character. Like, she's very into Jensen's personality. Like, she really tries to analyze what he's going through. She's very empathetic.
Megan used to say the same thing.
I'm not surprised. The research she was doing was pretty damn inspired. Might have convinced a lot more people to give what we make here a try.
If that bastard hadn't killed her.
Listen, Jensen. I know you want to find the men who attacked us, and so do I. If I can help in any way...
She seems like she wants to tread lightly on these delicate subjects. Now right here you can ask in great detail about the first attack to get more details about what she experienced, which I do highly recommend doing your first time through the game to get the extra dialogue if you're interested, because that will help to encapsulate the events of the first attack later in the game when you have the whole picture. But I'm going to skip that for now and move on, because I only want to show all the dialogue that's important, or all the dialogue that requires a persuasion minigame. Extra dialogue like that I'm going to leave up to you, the player, to listen to. Or read if you're reading subtitles. Anyway, let's go and take the Typhoon to Pritchard so he can make sure everything is okay with it, and make sure he can get back on the production line.
Well. If it isn't Attila the Hun.
Now, interesting thing about his dialogue right here, depending on how many... He calls you Attila the Hun right there, but if you go through the level without killing anyone, he'll call you Mahatma Gandhi. So, I guess that reflects your choice of actions throughout that level and how many people you chose to kill. I'm pretty sure if you get a low level of kills, you can still get the Gandhi version. But I'm not sure what the exact statistic is or the formula for what chooses him to choose one name over the other. But basically, one name is... I mean, I might not want to look into that, actually, because I'm sure it exists somewhere on the internet. But basically, one variant is you killed everybody. The other one is you didn't kill anybody. So, yeah.
I guarantee you will get along better that way.
Now that he's done being you know what again... We're going to go get those 2 Hugh Darrow ebooks. They are located in Office 27 and Office 25. Now, the characters that inhabit these offices may not be relevant, so I'm not going to remember them by name. I'm just going to remember them by the office number. Now, one thing about hacking that I may not explain earlier is the cube nodes that are bonuses that we can unlock that'll give us basically bonus loot and treasure from capturing them, and it's usually either credits or experience points, or the alternative would be the software we can pick up, the Stopworm and Nuke Virus, which is helpful if you have to use those to succeed in the hack. Then you can just get them right back by capturing those nodes. But if you're gonna fail the hack, then don't worry about struggling to get them, because oh, here's the Hugh Darrow ebook, by the way. It's located right over here in plain sight. Then we only have to hack into one of these offices. We can just take the vent over here. And something that's interesting, I'm not sure which office triggers it, but if you go in Jensen's office later in the game and you check his emails, you'll get an email from someone saying that something in their office is missing, and that someone probably broke into it, and they want you to look into it because you're the chief of security and you have access to the security hub in your office. So I'm not sure if you disable the cameras from the security hub, if that'll have any impact on it. It's just there for continuity's sake. It has nothing to do with anything else. There's no negative consequences to being seen breaking into people's offices and stealing their stuff. There was the second Hugh Darrow book there. So like I said, we can go back and get those much later in the game if we feel like it, but I wanted to get them now while I remember them. And there's really no harm in investing into level 2 hacking right away, because I need to get to level 5 hacking eventually. So might as well start early. I mean, so I don't forget about it, because like I said, in order to get all the Hugh Darrow ebooks, I'm going to have level 5 hacking and the Icarus landing system. But I won't have to have those until specific events more than halfway through the game. But I still want to get them, unlock them early on, just for, like I said, so I don't forget about them.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look.
You may notice that some of these cutscenes are pre-rendered, and the pre-rendered graphics are not exactly the pre-rendered graphics we were promised when this game was in production, because since Eidos was bought out by Square Enix, the original trailer for this game, which totally has no continuity with the actual story at all, had the absolutely gorgeous pre-rendered cutscenes we've been getting from Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2, but these were not present in this game, of course, because honestly, it would probably be 2 discs long if it had those pre-rendered cutscenes, because this game switches to pre-rendered quite frequently.
You insist. Listen,
But
Sanders.
oh, you get a different dialogue thing here, depending on what you decided to do with Sanders. But Seraph will not be pleased regardless of what you do, so it's just up to you to be proud of what you did and
You asked me to deal
try
with the
to
situation.
have faith in your ability to make choices on your own. So, because if you kill him, he'll still have a fit, but for a different reason. So there's really no way to get out of that situation without upsetting him.
I thought you were ready for this.
But it is interesting to see, the different perspective and how your choices affect different people.
I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, because so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented...
Don't worry, we've got friends in high and low places.
Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother trying to advance that dialogue either. But we're not a spy, dude. We're not a private investigator. We're just a security guard. Remember that for later in the game, because we're going to be doing some pretty ridiculous stuff for just a security guy. But I mean, after a while it becomes personal, so our motivation is more than just our job, you know. Huh, have a look at that. It's a blue mission marker. Bet you can guess what that's for. That's right, we're going to start on side quests now. Yippee. I believe I counted up the total. There are a total of 10 side quests in the game. And there are only 2 main like open world city hub levels that contain them. This is one that's actually triggered within the Seraph Industries, but you have to complete it out on the streets of Detroit. So we're gonna head into our office and talk to this guy,
This is nuts.
Tim
Hey,
Corella,
Jensen.
who
It's good to see you.
apparently has something
glad you're
he's in
back.
desperate need of help
How
with.
are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while we thought
Now,
you
I
were
will,
gone,
like I
too.
said, as part of my 100% run, I will be showing all the side quests, and I will be doing, for the most part, all of the versions of the side quest that give you the achievement, because there's an achievement for each side quest, but some of the ways of getting the achievement can be a rather obscure way of actually completing the mission. Like the achievement tied to each side quest can be pretty obscure at times, so I'm going to elaborate on what you need to do to get the achievement for each and every side quest. Some of them are just complete the side quest, but if it's something very specific, like quite a few later in the game, then I'll mention it.
It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first,
But
there were good reasons.
also, just so you know, if you want to get all the
Now I want
achievements
outside.
for
Tyndall
the
has
side
security
quests, you will
fence, he's
need
stealing the stuff.
the social
Says he'll
enhancer,
expose me if I ever stop
social enhancer augmentation.
I'm in a
I will
bad
mention that
spot,
again
Adam.
later in the game.
I need that first,
And
though.
if you don't have it, you
I
cannot
know
get
you're
the
busy
achievement
with
for the very
everything
last
that's going
side
on
quest.
right now, but I could really use your help.
All right. Tell me more.
Really? Wow.
And
Thanks,
with
Adam.
all these side quests, when
I
you're
was
getting
done
briefed
for.
on your objective,
The
you
security
can
footage will probably be on his
further the
apartment
dialogue to
computer.
try to get more
Meet me
information
in
about
front of
what
the
you have to
subway
do.
station parking
And
lot
it's all
once you
explained
get
to you
home.
really well, so none of it is really all that confusing, and you never really get lost trying to do these things. Some of them are not necessarily easy. I mean, they're the same kind of difficulty as everything else in the game. Oh, I didn't loot my office. Do that real quick. Oh, also, yeah, we have the Pocket Secretary I just picked up has the code for our office computer, so we can go ahead and access that now. And get all the emails off of that. And I think that'll also have a code to another office, and by getting the code to that office, you can therefore get the codes to more and more offices. But I don't know that we'll be able to directly get the codes to offices 25 and 27, because I think I tried that before, so I'm still glad that I invested in level 2 hacking so I could get those 2 Hugh Darrow ebooks. But eventually it does cause a chain of office B&Es. And here's the security hub. Like I said, we can shut off the cameras if we wish. Well, there's no reason to do that here. I don't think there's any negative repercussions for shutting it off, but I don't think there's any positive ones either, so I'm just going to ignore it and pretend like it doesn't exist. But as far as other areas in the game, the security hubs are going to be pretty crucial to hack because you can disable, obviously, enemy cameras that would be able to detect you, but I think I mentioned that before. If not, then there you go. So yeah, we have our side quest arrow as well. It's always going to be that light blue color. It's never going to change. So if we have multiple side quests, we basically just have to look at our objectives in our menu and try to figure out which one is which.
I'm sorry.
But immediately when we step outside this air building, we get interrupted by Cassandra Reed, who is Megan's mother, and she's going to offer us yet another side quest.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
I guess I never thought of it that way.
I'm sorry.
It is, in fact, rather tragic.
It's not proper of me to come here and stir up bad memories, especially after what you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
Here we go, the most famous line in the game.
I never asked for this. They say they saved me, but I'm not sure saved is the right word.
I don't know why that line, "I never asked for this," became like the signature like meme joke line for Jensen.
But that being
It's really
said,
not all that funny, but
I
people just
was
latched onto it for
glad
some
that
reason.
you're still among us.
I never
That's
asked
why
for
you
this
wanted
as
to
this
see me.
game's arrow to the knee,
Of
essentially.
course, I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to
And for those of you who want to know why this is my game of the year of 2011 instead of Skyrim,
What about it?
I have never played Skyrim and I really don't have any intention to. As far as I'm concerned, that game is just not on my radar at all right now. I'd be willing to accept that it's better than this game if I actually played it, but I just really don't care to right now.
But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase.
But yeah, this side quest is pretty much a no-brainer because she wants us to investigate Megan's,
Proof.
And now
how
we
her
find
case
out
was
more.
handled after she was murdered. But, I mean, why wouldn't we want to investigate that? I mean, come on. It's like we don't even need her to encourage us.
About her day, she was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why.
We can
it
still
happened.
refuse
You're
this
not
side quest if we don't want to do it.
And we've yet to
But
see
yeah, we don't have a
the
choice
letter
but to
of
talk to her.
works.
She automatically talks to us when we walk out. But we, like I said, we can still refuse the side quest if you've already done it in a previous run and you just want to get on with the game. Like if you're trying to do the peaceful run, like when that's what I did in my peaceful run. I skipped all the side quests that I could, except for the ones I never got the achievements for.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good.
I'm probably going to accept all of the side quests that I can at once and do them in a sort of non-linear order. And I'll talk more in detail about how I'm going to do that in the next video.
Why does
We
the
actually get to
detective
just
need to work
explore the
part-time as a security guard?
downtown Detroit city hub area,
I don't really
which is
know
a much
them.
bigger level than what we're used to
Maybe
at this
he'll tell
point.
you more.
I'm on it.